Welcome back, humans. It's Saturday. I'm back once again with another Meant to Vent session. And I got my wife back in the studio with me.
Hello.
Thank you for
Hello,
hanging out with
everybody.
me today.
You're
This is going to be a good one. And it's a beautiful weather out there. It's a little chilly, but it's still a nice day.
Yes,
Can't complain.
that's right.
It's not raining or snowing yet. Or again, anyways, because we did get some early snow.
Yes.
It was like, all right, Halloween's done. Here you go. But anyways, I thought we would talk about some movie topic subjects. I got a little movie topic subject for you.
Okay.
I was seeing a funny meme, and it just made me want to talk about it. So I thought I would share with you and get some of your insights. And I also brought some of my own ammo about the subject. So I got you the biggest asshole in movies. Like,
Ooh.
it doesn't have to be like necessarily. I mean, it doesn't always have to be a villain, but they could be like a funny character or whatever. Like that's a jerk, like a big jerk in movies.
Mm-hmm.
So like
A big DB.
Yeah. So do you got any in mind?
There's a lot. there's a lot of them. Shoot.
You can't think of anything?
All right. Well, let's see what first comes to mind.
What was the principals in Ferris Bueller?
That's funny because I was thinking of the Breakfast Club. How funny that we were thinking like the same
What was his
kind of era.
What was his name
The
for the Breakfast Club?
The principal?
Yeah.
Jeez, I can see him right now.
Too late. I don't know. And you had your phone. You could have looked it up.
Let's do it. You want to?
What?
Look it up? You want me to?
Go ahead if you want to look his name up. But
All right.
I'll bring one. I'll choose ones while you're looking it up.
Okay.
So I'll start with the generic one, which I saw in the meme would be Buzz from Home Alone, the brother.
Uh-huh.
He was an asshole.
Oh, big time.
His fucking
He
brother,
was a
dude, like,
DB.
and then he would do them like pull you in like with some bait, like he's gonna be nice and sympathetic, and then fucking pow with another fucking asshole shit.
Oh, yeah, he was a jerk.
And he was like, I wouldn't let you sleep next to me if you were growing on my ass,
Right.
or whatever. I was like, it was funny.
Rooney.
Oh, Principal Rooney.
Yeah, I was going to say something with a G, but it's Rooney. Rooney.
And then the Breakfast Club one was,
The principal?
yeah.
Oh.
That way we know. We got to know that both of them. Principal Shoop. I don't know. That was just my guess.
Okay, whatever.
The principal. Damn it. No, I'm just kidding. While you're doing that, I'll think of another one.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
Are you familiar with the name Walter Peck?
No.
If you've seen Ghostbusters, he was the redhead guy from was trying to shut them down. He was like that environmentalist.
Oh, yeah, that guy. He was
I am
a
Walter
jerk.
Peck. And then he's like, you open this down. He pretty much shut down and let all the ghosts out to the city.
Yeah, yeah.
That's that dude, man. He
Oh,
plays
yeah,
like a
he's
jerk in a lot of movies.
It's like basically every movie's got the jerk.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
one of those like annoying roles. Like no matter what you fucking do, like that guy's like got to be the idiot in the movie or something.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
So what was his name?
Oh, okay. Let's see. Here we go.
The Breakfast Club.
It's given his real name.
Which was a good movie, by the way. You could have just asked for the characters, like, instead of just searching like that.
Yeah.
But what's the fun in that? No, I'm just kidding. All right, do you remember?
Forget it.
Do you remember President
Richard Verning? Does that sound right? Says that the disciplinarian high school assistant principal. Richard Vernon. Oh, they don't really say his name that much in the movie. But he's always watching. Remember, he's watching.
That was a bad search.
That was
a bad
horrible.
search job.
I'm sorry, people. I suck.
All right. So what about Principal? You got me all thinking about the principal still. President Snow from the Hunger Games.
Ooh.
Big time asshole.
Yes.
That guy was like, that's like where I feel like our government is heading right now, to the Hunger Games. Like, you're not going to be able to contest. You're not allowed to contest anything or anything right now. You just get like a big slap in the wrist, or you get like rioters to your house and come after you and loot your crib, or they'll fucking send people to attack you in public and humiliate you on video. But next it's going to be like street assassinations.
Yeah, you can't question anything.
And we'll have to think of a new signal.
You can't think on your own.
Yeah, so that was another one I got there.
Yeah.
So what else one you got? Can you think of another
jerks. Let me think. Oh yeah. How about in, Step Brothers? The brother of
Oh yeah,
Will Ferrell,
big time
his
asshole.
brother.
It's like
Oh
you
my
want to punch me
gosh,
when
what
they
a
were singing with the
jerk!
family, and he was all
He's
like, I thought
so
he was gonna pull a taser out on his
cheesy.
family when they were singing in the
Oh,
car.
I know. He's like about to like. What did he say? What song was it? Oh my gosh.
It was Guns N' Roses, "Sweet Child of Mine."
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Are you sure?
She's got eyes of the
Oh yeah, yeah,
bluest
yeah, yeah.
sky.
You're right.
Man, I know that shit.
Whatever. You and Emily are like rock stars with the movie stuff.
I
Like
know my
I
shit.
don't know.
But yeah, he was all
Whatever.
like gonna like Hitler. He like Hitler-fied the fucking chorus line and shit.
I
Like,
know.
we're gonna get this right. And then he's like, and I can sing high. That was some funny shit. Yeah, he was
funny.
a big time. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah,
I got one for you.
What?
People wouldn't even.
Catalina.
People,
Wine mixer.
I don't know if people would pick it, but I think people would agree with it after they hear my choice. Bruce Wayne from like the Batman trilogy, the Christian Bale Batman. That dude was a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he was a jerk.
Like he didn't give a fuck, man. Like and he would just like the guy before he was Two-Face, he like insulted him right to his face, and she was like, "You don't even." And the other Gyllenhaal lady or whatever with her voice, I can't take her
Maggie.
voice. She's like, he was insulting you, and you didn't even know it. You know, like oh my god. But she gets blown up, and like Bruce Wayne had to choose either save her or save the dude, and he thought he was saving her, and she ended up blowing up. But he was like a big time jerk in the movie. Like just had this like I don't want to be around people, or if I am, you guys all suck kind of thing. Even though he was an awesome Batman.
Right. Christian Bale, he plays a good jerk.
Yeah.
You know, he's got that like
even his American Psycho character.
Like he's probably just cocky anyway.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That guy was like,
right. He's like
eccentric with those weird facts, but he was still an
like,
asshole.
I'm better than you.
Yeah. When you talk about like the classic music.
Yeah. Phil Collins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, yeah, he was a jerk.
The boss from Office Space. The boss from Office Space, big time asshole.
I don't remember.
He wore glasses. Do you remember Pineapple Express?
My memory. Yeah.
Pineapple Express. He was like the villain in Pineapple Express, but in Office Space, he was like the boss, and like, yeah, you're gonna have to get the work done.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he's like drinking the coffee and all that, and just like, oh, dude, that guy,
man.
my goodness, that was like test everything on all my patience levels.
That makes me think of like American Pie. Which one was the latest one where he works for the jerky Indian corporate?
Oh,
dude?
that was when they did the reunion.
Yeah.
Stifler was working for that guy.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That guy was a jerk.
All big time.
DB.
I got another one. What about Biff from Back to the Future?
Oh yeah.
Big time.
Oh yeah.
All the generations of the Biff was. Even when they went to the future and Back to the Future, they was all jerks. There wasn't like a cool Biff.
Right. Biff is just a jerky name.
They used to knock on his head. Hello. Oh my god, that would like piss me off. I would lose my shit.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Let me think of another one.
There's tons of like every movie. There's a jerk. You know.
All right, from animated world, you can go Scar from The Lion King.
Scar.
He was the one who killed the dad to try to be the king.
Yeah.
And then it was up to Simba.
He was the villain.
But he was still an asshole. Because before he was like the villain, he was like an asshole. Like,
right.
Like a huge one. He would try to make my man think he failed and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he played those roles. He was a big time asshole.
Right. Okay, what about Ice Age? Who would be the jerk in that one? Or the DB?
Ice Age? I don't know if that was one. Because they were just pretty much going against the Ice Age. And the glacier. Except until the dinosaurs came.
Yeah.
Because when they did that one, when the ice melted, those big ass
meteors.
Okay,
what about Nemo? You made me ink.
Probably the bad people in that one was the ones who ate his parents.
The DB, though. We're not talking about villains. We're talking about, like, jerky, cocky,
I mean, you're a jerk if you eat the kid's parents.
I'd say the sharks. You know? Bruce. Wasn't Bruce in that one?
I think that jerks were the seagulls, if anybody, because they were the one thinking everything was theirs.
True. Mine.
Everything was mine.
Yeah.
Mine. And they wanted everything. I was like, man, y'all are some jerks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I thought that was them.
That's funny.
That'd be another one. Let me see. You remember Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
Yeah.
That dude was a big jerk.
Which one?
Scott Pilgrim himself, like Mike Cera, the actual lead star, the guy who played it. He was like
he was dorky.
Dating two girls, thinking he was like all the baddest, and then he thought he was the best bass player. And then like he just thought he was all the shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just funny.
Nerdy little world.
In his nerdy little world, but he was still kind of like a jerky character, like a big jerk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big time.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
True. Or what about what's the one where they're the intern in the beginning when they're in the mattress store? And he's what's his face? Owen Wilson. He's working for his
Will Ferrell
boyfriend's store.
Will Ferrell.
Yeah, it is Will Ferrell, isn't it? Okay, yeah.
And then he's like, "You see what's on my neck?
Yeah.
It says make great choices or something like that."
He's such a douche. That's a douchebag for sure.
Yeah.
He's dating the sister and trying to like show the mattress to this customer.
Oh, I got a good one.
Lay this way.
I got a good one. Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore.
Oh, for sure.
He was like a villain,
Big
but
time.
a big time jerk when he was like,
Yeah.
pow.
Oh my gosh.
That guy was I eat pieces of shit bigger than you. Or for breakfast or some shit.
No.
That guy was super funny.
Yeah.
And same with if you went to Dodgeball, Ben Stiller's character in Dodgeball. That fitness guy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
He was like, nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
For sure. Oh,
that was, I don't even remember what his name is, but that was hilarious.
That's funny. That's totally funny.
But anyways,
it's so funny.
Back to Ben Stiller, though. I'm saying, like, I thought it was funny when he was, I thought it was funny when he would sneak around and like rub the food on him and do all that sneaky shit with the snacks and stuff like that, because that was like some funny shit.
Oh, I know. That's a funny movie.
It is.
I love that movie.
All right. What about the guy from The Green Mile? The one who was like treat all the guards like shit, and like he wet the rag when that one dude got shot or electrocuted and he killed the mouse. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He was like he like was a relative of the warden or some shit.
Yeah.
And
he
everybody
was, yes.
Oh man.
He was cruel.
I forget what his name was. I think it was Percy something. And I thought that dude was a big time jerk.
He was a jerk. He was cruel.
I got probably the number one, like if you had to put a number one topic on the biggest asshole in a movie, would be, I don't even remember what his damn name is neither. His might even have been Biff. No, it wasn't Biff. It was Chet, the brother from Weird Science.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
I agree for sure. He played a good jerky brother.
And he had like such a
older brother.
He had such a short part in the film, and you'll never forget that character.
Yes. Oh,
You will never forget that character.
What does he say? Something about an ashtray or something?
Yeah, I'll serve you something.
You on a greasy ashtray. He's a jerk. Oh, big time.
Yep. It's kind of crazy
good one.
how
That was
like
a good one.
It's kind of crazy how sometimes when you tell stories how your accents change into like different nationalities. I find that interesting.
Maybe it's the many lives I've lived. Kidding. No. Hello, people. Hello, people of America.
It was a glitch in the Matrix.
Yes. Hello.
You ever see those weird videos where they say there's a glitch in the Matrix?
Uh-huh.
They have all this weird shit happening.
Right.
I did see this weird one recently where it looked like there was these like sound waves or some kind of weird waves in the clouds in the skies. It was really weird.
Huh. Okay.
It was really weird. But I got some sport news to talk about real quickly.
Okay.
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 So, yeah. Of course, there's some fights coming up I'm excited about. We got Errol Spence Jr. making a comeback fight after a serious car accident. He's coming against Danny Garcia. And this is, I think, like a really good fight to gauge himself with, because we'll really see what he's got, because Danny Garcia is no pushover. He's a really decent fighter. And Errol Spence Jr., if he's anything close to what he was, should still dominate Danny Garcia. But the real talk is what's going to happen after that. Like, who should he fight after he fights Garcia if he's victorious? And a lot of people are saying that it's got to be him and Terrence Crawford, who just won against Kell Brook. And I talked about the fight before. It was exciting. I thought it was going to be pretty good. I did pick Terrence Crawford, who was victorious. He won by KO. And it was a good fight, man. Kell Brook was a really good fighter. But I think he might have been just I think he's kind of like done. He looked like he didn't have it. He looked like he had a little bit of skill left, but it just looked like he had the passion or the drive. Like he didn't really want it. And I think Terrence Crawford wanted it more, and it kind of seemed like my man was just kind of surviving more than trying to win.
Okay.
And then he got a real hard right hand and really took him wobbly and shit like that, so the ref had to stop the fight. And it was a good one.
Cool.
But Kell Brook, should be talking about retirement if I was him, because it looked like he just didn't want it. I don't know. I think he was in his 30s, late 30s maybe.
Yeah.
But it didn't look like he wanted it.
You can only take so many beatings to the head.
And a lot of people say, too, if you don't have the passion for it, regardless of what shape you're in, it's a dangerous, place to be.
Slippery slope.
Yeah. And anyways, so they want Terrence Crawford to fight Errol Spence Jr., and they say that's the mega fight to make right now because they're both in their prime. This fight would be huge. And again, it would be huge for boxing the way they did that Lopez fight. And they're talking about Lopez, fighting whoever. I'm excited to see whoever he fights next.
Yeah.
And anyways, there's some good fights to look out for.
All right.
Definitely. And Mr. McGregor, Conor McGregor.
Conor.
A fellow Irishman.
Oh.
Since you're Irish.
Yes.
He is making a comeback, and he's going to be fighting Dustin Poirier. They fought before, so this will be the second time they fought.
Okay.
And it's going to be good, man. Conor's going to make a comeback. He hasn't fought since, I think, the Cowboy fight. That quick-ass fight he fought with the Cowboy dude. Where he, hit him with his shoulder and shit. He was just gave him that kind of shit and beat his ass.
Yeah.
It was like a fast fight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But, yeah, so he's coming back against him. And that's going to be a good one, too. I think that's going to be pretty good. I mean, if Conor's in good shape and fighting shape, which I'm sure he is. He's a crazy dude.
Yes.
Him and his whiskey.
Oh, yes.
The proper 12. He's funny, man. He gets crazy when it comes to selling fights.
Yeah.
And I am actually interested in our basketball team for the next season.
I know. You were talking about that earlier. You're
excited. I don't even know who our GM was because I kind of just wrote the team off for so long because they just weren't really doing much. You know what I mean? They weren't that fun to watch to me anyways. I mean, that's my opinion, because it just was not very good product to me.
Yeah.
And so during this, they had the draft just recently, and they had some trades they could do like this, and man, they made some killer, crazy moves. And I won't get into in depth with all the names because I know you're not familiar with all that kind of stuff.
Not lately. I haven't been trying.
I can just drop all the, all that. But anyways, so they did make some crazy trades of some big name people. They acquired a 4-team trade deal and moved all these players around with Oklahoma City, the Clippers, and all these teams. And they actually got some decent players back, and they got some draft pick positions. And they made some good picks. They had the 7th pick in the first round. They picked a nice point guard. And I'm really interested, actually. It's going to make me turn on the TV and see what it's all about because it looks like they totally revamped. Yeah, looked like they wholly revamped it, the whole thing.
Nice. Well, we needed an overhaul.
For real.
So that's great. Awesome. I'm glad you have something to look forward to, sports-wise,
Maybe the football team will ever do that. Not. We'll be like.
I'm not going to hold my breath on the Lions.
That's crazy.
Not.
Damn Lions.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother disappointing topic.
We won't go there right now.
Damn shame.
Yeah.
But speaking of some sports, we were watching this Netflix show last night, and it had some interesting type of sport competitions.
Sports. Yeah.
Well,
really.
I don't know if everybody would call them sports. Maybe they were competitions. Competitiveness competition, some kind of contest. But so it was called We Are the Champions.
It was fun.
It was a good, man.
I enjoyed watching it very much.
They had all these strange competitions, and so one of them, it started off was it was called the cheese roll. So they had this old thing. It was centuries old. I think they said it was 200 or 300 years old or something like that.
They really weren't for sure, but probably
so
300
the history
years
on
old.
it, they were they went through two different stories, and everybody say that one people say this and some people say this. So they'd make this cheese, and they would wrap this cheese up in string or whatever, and they would go to this hill, and the hill has what they say over 45 degrees.
Over 45 degrees.
So it's an over 45 degrees. Roofers would know what that was. You know what I'm saying?
That's here's 90, right?
Yeah.
45.
What half of that? Yeah.
Or this way.
Either way, it's going 45 over 45 degrees down.
Yeah.
It's steep shit.
Very steep.
And uneven. There's like little gouges and
if you're
ankle breakers.
If you're running down the hill, no, you're going to tumble.
So the object of it was they make this big cheese roll, and you roll down the cheese, and the first person to make it down the hill was be considered the winner.
Right.
And people were getting crazy injuries. You'd see arms breaking, legs breaking, feet breaking, people tumbling down like rag dolls. It was so crazy.
Oh my gosh.
I couldn't believe that. That was so crazy, like how some of the people would just be flopping and then
like rag dolls, like you said.
Some of them you would think would be knocked out and they like make it back to their feet and they just make
and
it
then
back to
so they run a little bit and then they tumble some more, and they're just like,
oh my goodness.
You're getting air too. So like when you're hitting and your full force body is hitting the hill.
And you're gaining momentum going down this angle. There's no way to slow down.
The cheese wheel is going 80 miles an hour.
Yeah, the cheese wheel can get up to 80 miles per hour down the hill, and you guys are just whipping, like
and you're
gaining
going
momentum.
After it or whatever, but you're basically tumbling down the hill.
Yeah, dangerously tumbling.
It was interesting, though, and it was cool. It was a community, and they kept the tradition alive.
Now, that's what I liked about it, is it was something that everybody can do. It wasn't like you had to try out. Anybody could do it. Mm-hmm. And you should, people should just have something like that out here on, like, a former sled hills. Like, we're going to race down. It doesn't have to necessarily be cheese, but something, whatever it is.
I wonder what
Fago
the story was about it back in the day. Maybe, like, here, they're going to donate some cheese to the starving people. Whoever catches it keeps it,
Well, yeah,
like
they
back
showed,
in the day,
so there was, there was that one young woman, she was going for a record. For the females, she won 3 times, and I guess if she broke the record, it would be 4 times. And she did it, but she broke her foot too. It looked like, oh my gosh, it was bananas. There was people just getting crazy injuries. I couldn't believe it. And then the funny costumes. I know. There was a guy dressed like Wonder Woman or Supergirl.
Tinkerbell.
There was some Tinkerbells, Wonder Woman, or Supergirl. It was pretty hilarious. And then, so in the next episode, it was people who would eat hot peppers competitively. And I like hot peppers, but I don't know if I would do it for a contest. Maybe somebody's like, I'll bet you $5 you wouldn't take just a bite. But these guys got to eat. I think it was 3 peppers per round or something. Oh. It looked like it was
the same pepper?
Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3. I think it was more than 1 pepper, or maybe it was 1 whole pepper per round. So but it looked like when they kept showing the plates, it was more than 1.
Level of pepper, you have to eat that.
So it'd go up the Scoville unit, or what's that word? Scoville? Scoville. Yeah, Scoville units. So yeah, and they would start off with a regular jalapeno.
So you got to eat 3 jalapenos.
I don't know, like I said, because they didn't show the rule of that part, but it seemed like when they would show their plates, it looked like there was
no, I couldn't do it.
There'd be a 1 or 2 stems already on the plate. So I'm like, did they, or I don't know how many exactly they eat, but I know every time they would raise the Scoville or whatever unit, and they started the one with the jalapeno and went all the way to this. There's 2 different type of Ghost Reaper peppers. And there was that guy
from South Carolina.
Yeah, and he was like the king of peppers. He has that hot sauce
Eddie
that was on
Hot Eddie or
something like that.
Spicy Eddie.
Well, his sauce was on hot ones.
Okay.
That hot sauce where they eat the wings.
That's cool.
It's called Pucker Butt. So he's he owns the Pucker Butt company. It should be so hot. He'd be like, ooh.
Yikes.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was that competition. They were eating crazy peppers. And there was all these people champions and people trying to break records. And oh my gosh, the characters in that were interesting. I won't spoil that part because I don't want to get canceled.
I don't want to do that contest.
Yeah, I would never do it either. But I would try the peppers, but I don't know about like that.
Yeah.
Not like that.
I might try a dab of hot sauce made with a really super hot pepper.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd be doing
I
all
don't
that.
think I could eat 3 of the peppers, especially. Whoa. Yikes. Hello. I'm going to be hurting for a couple days.
Never let it happen.
After that.
So, yeah, they had a pepper contest. And then there was the Yoyos.
Oh, yeah. I didn't really watch that one, but that one looked fun.
They were badass people with Yoyos. Imagine them with a weapon. They'd be kick some people's asses with weapons. They were competitive yo-yo people. And there was this kid. And I don't know if his family was rich or if he was super rich from yo-yos, to being a yo-yo guy. But they go to him and he's in this house meditating on the front of the ocean. The ocean is crushing the front yard of his house
where he lives.
This mansion or whatever the hell it is by the ocean. He's just
teenager?
meditating. Yes, I don't know how old he is. I think he's not a teenager anymore. He might be in his 20s.
His parents are probably wealthy.
Either his parents are, or he did that from all his competition money.
Interesting.
So I don't know, but they go to like he's meditating by the ocean, crashing in front of his yard.
Okay.
And they show him at his I don't know if it's his house. Like I said, I don't know, but it looked like he was crazy paid. Anyways, it was weird. Because I'm like, man, he got paid from doing yo-yos.
Was that the Indian-looking kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he started younger age.
Yeah, and so they're
I did see him.
He had all these strings, and their yo-yos were doing all these crazy drinks.
Nicks in the ceiling from doing all those tricks and stuff like that.
No, that was a different one. That was a different guy there.
Oh, really?
I'm talking about the dude that was the ninja of yo-yos.
Okay.
Like the guru.
My bad.
The yo-yo guru. And not the rapper yo-yo. But anyways, it was wild. So they had that, and what was another one they had? Oh, let me see. I got it over here. Oh yeah, they had the hair competitions.
Oh, like weaves and stuff?
Not just that, they were like these crazy, outrageous statues, things coming off and
made out of weave.
Yeah, but it had to be the part that the base had to be real. And they were saying stuff like no wigs, but that stuff wasn't real hair.
No way, there's no way.
I don't know. It was crazy. They said it was real. A lot of it was real hair. The way they made all these things, and it was the designs were just so outrageous. They were just outrageous. Octopuses. One person made an elephant. They made their the hair the elephant ears.
Jenny Jones or Ricky Lake used to have some kind of competitions like that, hair weaves or weave wars or something like
Jenny
that.
Jones used to have everything on her talent
shows.
shows.
It was either her or Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake used to have talent shows too, but Jenny Jones would have people come out there and just do whatever. I can sing, I can do this, and I can do that, and she would just let them come out.
Jenny Jones, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the hair was just wild, man. There was somebody made a big elephant, they put the earpiece or eyepiece with a snout on, and their hair looked like the elephant ears. They made a big lion. And it was just outrageous.
I guess that's cool. You could sculpt all that, but why? What's the point? You know what
I mean? It was just a competition. I'm sure.
I know. It's just weird.
But they were really phenomenal. I guess really phenomenal and well-known, famous hairdressers that would come from across the globe to go to this competition.
Right. I get it. But it's just well, okay, that's cool. I get it. You're a great hairstylist.
Yeah.
But what's the point of wearing, a
bike on
your head?
One guy, they asked the question.
An elephant. I don't understand. Who's going to wear that?
Well, who wears that stuff at the fashion shows?
I know. It's just kind of ridiculous.
It's supposed to just be for the show.
Yeah, I get it.
Same with the auto show cars. We're never going to see them cars.
Right.
Them damn cars.
Yeah, all the futuristic ones.
The one guy, though, they asked at the show, he was like, it's like the Super Bowl for the hairstylists. And some of them would come out there and even do a hairstyle right there. They would have the weird color hair or just wild colors and do a cool hairstyle right there on the stage. That part was kind of cool.
Yeah, that is neat. I've gone to some beauty shows, remember?
Yeah, you used to go to that stuff.
We used to go to a lot of them, actually.
Well, this one woman, it looked like it was all white hair, looked like white, like steel. Her hair looked like steel, almost like white metal or something. So she sits there and she leans her hair back, and here comes the hairstylist, and she's dressed all wild and extravagant, and she starts cutting the white steel hair, and then all these different colors she exposed with the hairstyle. So she did this cool
underneath all of it was
so she did a short hairstyle where it kind of where the girl would brush it across the face kind of thing, and it was really short. But you saw all them colors were hidden under all that. I thought it was neat.
That is
and she even stood there she was standing, she was doing some ninja type shit, and then she was choo, and all this colors came out.
Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, it was so awesome. I thought that part was really cool when they were doing that shit.
That is neat.
But speaking of Netflix, you know how we also watched Kevin Hart last night?
Oh yeah.
He's got a new special. I forget what the name of it was. Do you remember? I forget what it was called.
Yikes, I forgot too.
So it was kind of funny. What'd you think of it?
It was okay. It was good. I mean, I don't think it was his best stuff.
Yeah. You know what I thought was weird?
But it was good.
I thought some of his jokes were pretty funny. And he said he did it at his house. He made it look like his outfit kind of looked like pajamas kind of or something. Like he was wearing a pajama shirt and some weird sweats or something.
Yeah.
It was kind of...
It did, too.
Yeah. It looked kind of like pajamas because it was supposed to be at his house or something.
I guess.
I think it was supposed to be at his house. And he made the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, everybody had to wear masks. And then, so it was like a small crowd also. So you didn't hear like everybody going bananas.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think takes away from some of your shitty jokes. If you're a if you're a good comedian, you drop them like them little filler jokes that aren't as good. Like when I watch some comedians, you can tell when there was like those little jokes in there. And then they got like a good bomb, a few minutes after that of just powerhouse bombs, it's like pow pow, just dropping some good stuff, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so anyways, there was some of that stuff happening in there because like, he was going up and down. There was some good stuff in there. But what I had a problem with was I was going to say was and with at the same time. So with come out. Like my Tyson language came out. I had a problem with. Yeah. I didn't like what he was saying. No. But
now Kith.
What I had a problem with is he was blaming all of us citizens for him not being able to do stand up. Kevin Hart was. And he's the one who got sick.
Yeah.
He also brought up how he got sick at the same time Tom Hanks did.
Yeah.
And he wasn't going to try to say it because he knows nobody would have cared if he said it because Tom Hanks was a bigger star when we know your handler said you couldn't do it.
He said a few things. I was just like.
But yeah, he was yelling at the fans. He's like, it was your fault that I can't do this no more.
Yeah.
And and it's almost creepy because some people, the sports are losing viewers. They're losing all this stuff when they over politicized everything, with all the stuff that was going on.
Stay out of it. Sports and politics don't mix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how many times I've said it.
Regardless of that, but you know how that all happened, and it's kind of hurt all the sports that participated in all this weird stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a lot of backlash, is what they call it.
Yeah.
Some backlash.
Yeah.
You suffered backlash. I don't like backlash.
The sound of it, backlash.
We got to cancel that word too. No, I'm just kidding.
But anyways, yeah. There was a few things I didn't care about the stand-up. It was okay. You know what I mean? It was all right. I don't think I'll watch it again.
So as I was saying, how like the sports are doing that, like movie theaters are hurting, so like entertainers are hurting, like nobody cares about fucking like movies right now or going to watch, see a concert in real life, even though we want to, but like that stuff's kind of like fading out. You know what I'm saying?
It's iffy.
So what I said, like the creepy conspiracy part of it could be, how they talk about in like the Bible or in like other like prophetic stories where people are saying prophecies. Mm-hmm. And predictions about the elimination of the false idols.
Okay.
So what if this is like that weird, thing happening right now because the virus came through, people got sick. Now we can't do certain social gatherings anymore. So like sports are about to be eliminated. Things like those type of things will be almost like Ready Player One. They had to have a virtual world to go do all that shit because things just got too crowded and all over the place. Like people couldn't do that. What do you think about that?
It's
in conspiracy land.
Think of that, They say that, but it's not a law. So I mean, technically, you can still get together with your family and do.
I'm not talking about Thanksgiving. Yeah. I'm saying because Kevin Hart was blaming people that why he couldn't go do stand up, and so people he was basically saying. Worried about his paycheck, you know what I mean? Because that's what he does as an entertainer.
Right.
But so he was like, it's your fault. Like he was saying, like it wasn't his, it wasn't just everybody's fault. Whatever happened as whatever the way it did. But I was just saying, it was just a weird, creepy coincidence when you look at those conspiracy theories and all those weird predictions of the old psychics, and like I forget what all those psychics' names were. And there's this old blind lady who does predictions. And they're talking about the idols disappearing, like getting like eliminated. Like we don't worship NBA players or no longer wearing Stafford jerseys and shit no more.
Like that.
Yeah.
And
it's just a weird that it's like right now
going out to watch that and buy their
right
stuff
now it's happening less and less is what I'm saying. It's like woo.
That is it's something to think about,
And they got this new movie coming up. I think it's called Songbird. Mm-hmm. I have to show you the trailer.
Oh, I think I heard about this.
Yeah, and this movie is like what's happening right now, but more like on a level 180. And like we're here, and that movie's like saying it's over here from the virus stuff to people you have to wear bracelets. There's like checkpoints, and then this guy meets this girl, and I don't know if the way the trailer looks, I don't know if they met in person, but they formed some sort of relationship. and then this outbreak happens or whatever, and they're going around killing people that are eliminated, even though they think they're supposed to be treating them. They find out they're being killed and not treated. So he's trying to go and rescue her or something like that. And they go and take your temperature. Like, you have no privacy. Like, they pretty much, like, where you live, there's this little box in your house.
You're monitored everywhere.
And it already can check your health and vitals, like that whole thing. Like, you're connected to all that shit.
Wow.
And that's a creepy, like, you know, when they show those things in movies.
Like it's going that way.
Yeah, it's going there now.
Like, now your temperature is taken. Your
and
name
your phone
is taken.
Your phone will be like, hey, man.
Your number.
Your phone will be like, look, you took this many steps today.
Yeah.
You need to do more. You need to step it up more. So that's creepy, though, ain't it?
Very, very. It's creepy. I don't like thinking about it.
I mean, but it's there.
I know.
Because they always show you those little hints of movies, like what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. It's eerie.
And then recently, an army general said we are only like 5 years away from having a complete robotic army if we wanted. Like, we could have a complete robotic army. They're already using the dogs, and they're already using all this shit. And I'm like, dude, that's creepy.
It's insane. I feel like if you can think about it, they can make it. You know what I mean?
I always bring up that one scary conspiracy about if we talk about the AI and if we talk about time travel. Like, if all the scientists are working on trying to do that now, then it's already existing in the future.
Right.
And that it's guiding us now. Like, because it will exist if we're trying to figure it out now.
It's spooky.
Because we're smart. Scientists are super smart. They're always doing research and studying, doing the math, breaking up all these, doing all the things to figure out all these experiments. And if they're already trying time travel and they're already trying teleportation, the stuff's going to happen. Somebody's going to figure it out. Yeah. And in the future, it does get figured out. And so they're making sure that we do. And that's why I feel like the AI with the phone thing, I think everybody's getting connected a little too much. Mm-hmm. And they're trying that now they're promoting Neuralink, where you can literally plug it in your head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And you can just learn shit like that. Like,
right.
Just be like, or I don't know how the fuck it works, but I don't know how the fuck shit works. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just I don't know. Like, or like be like Neo from Matrix. Like, now I want to learn Kung Fu. Or if you go travel,
to speak Japanese.
Yeah, if you go to another country, just turn that on, and you'll just be talking like that. Tell me, wouldn't that be weird? You just turn that on, and you don't have to learn it. It's just you're gonna talk like that. That's
I couldn't
creepy.
even comprehend it. That's strange.
That's just creepy as hell.
Yes, it is.
Think about that, and that's technology's coming because now they even have the thing on your phone.
Man. I think we need to have a surge. And revert back to
well, they warned us of that a long time ago.
No electricity. I mean, it would be rough.
They used to always say we were going to get hit.
We need to go back to the roots and start fresh.
Right. Let's do a reset. Well, they always talk about the Great Reset. It's coming.
Emily was talking about that.
Well, if you look at history, there's always been them that been through all different generations. Mm-hmm. And you can even consider the Noah story as a great reset. Like, if they flushed the toilet, okay, new ones.
I mean, we're sophisticated enough. We can make fires. We could start over. We could build fresh.
Well, they also said back. They also warned us of solar flares. Like, that was going to send us back. It was going to take down the power grid, and we were going to get back to the ice age. But I doubt it didn't happen.
That'd be crazy. Could you imagine?
But like I said, that would be creepy stuff.
It's crazy to think about.
And I think it's going to be happening. I think whatever's in the future, I think it's happening now. I think whatever's in the future, because they're trying to figure it out now, is got the steering wheel, and they keep throwing us little tidbits. Like, man, I don't understand this problem. And then it's like, oh, yeah, well, it's me from the future telling you this is how the fuck it's got to be done. Boom, and it shoots the math problem, the answer at you. And my man wakes up in the middle of the night like, by George, I've got it. Then he goes over there and writes all them symbol mathematics that I don't even know what to do, all them weird symbols. And they're showing you all the math to fucking save the world or change the world with some scary technology shit that I don't think the world is ready for.
I don't either. I'm not.
It's creepy when you think about it.
It is very creepy. Very, very creepy. This is Mia.
Or what if they're scaring everybody with that Neuralink to plug in your head and those weird phones, they're scaring you with the chip. And all that, they're scaring you just so you would keep your phone even closer to you. Remember that movie Shorts? That kids movie? They had this rock. They found this rock, And the one kid's dad was some big tech company where they had this black box.
Oh, yes. So
the
in the neighborhood, like everybody was like,
the rock you can make wishes.
Yeah, yep.
Okay, but remember that little black box?
Yes.
So that's almost like a creepy telling of the future also. That black box was like your cell phone, except it had quantum technology.
Right.
Which they're talking about doing now, which is creepy because that movie's like old. Mm-hmm. And they're talking about quantum technology because that black box.
They've been working on quantums forever.
Well, okay, so this black box would work on quantum technology. It could do anything. It was your cell phone. You could turn it into a hair dryer. You could turn it into a fucking mixer where you're cooking.
Yep.
A fucking turkey carver. A chainsaw.
Whatever you need.
And that box would do all of it. And I was like, wow, dude. And then there's these two brothers who are these like big time billionaires who invest on tech. And they look all weird because it's tech, like plastic surgery shit. Their faces look all fucked up.
Oh, like robotic or fake.
Like, do you remember that movie The Mask a long time ago with Cher?
Yes.
And
that's a good movie.
Where their son was deformed or whatever. That was an awesome movie.
That's a great movie.
A great movie. Mm-hmm. Well, it looked like those guys did surgery to look like the kid on purpose. Like, he didn't have a choice in the film, the character, but these guys look like they did surgery and they look like him on purpose.
Oh, wow.
So they look kind of really like it went wrong, their surgery, Mm-hmm. Anyways.
Okay, gotcha.
But they're promoting quantum technology too, and they're all like, supporting all their money into all this stuff. I don't remember how they got their money, but they're super rich dudes. And anyways, they're talking about, imagine if I think they were doing a TED Talk or something.
Okay.
So they were like, imagine if you were driving in your car in traffic, and it was just too much traffic, and you can hit a little code on your radio station thing or your car or whatever your computer monitor is, and your car could turn into a little helicopter or a little hovercraft, and you can just go over the traffic and just, fly to where you had to go. Just with a little push of the button. Or it's real hot outside, and you guys are just chilling, and you just want to pack some food, and you can push a little button, and your car turns in a little speedboat. And that's like the quantum technology. And that stuff creeps me out. Like, that you just change the molecules of something and just reform it to a whole nother object to benefit you.
It's crazy to wrap your mind around.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. Dangerous. It's dangerous technology.
Spooky.
Well, I would like to thank you all for joining me, and thank you again for hanging out with me today.
You're welcome, my love.
Had a blast.
Fun. It was fun.
Had a blast.
It's always fun.
And if you guys like this episode, please hit us with a like and subscription. We'd really appreciate it. And you can catch me every Wednesday and Saturday. And this has been another episode of
Meant
to
Bent.
Till next time, humans. See ya. And look, I didn't even wake my dog.